This is Behind the Brim. I'm your host, Slim Brim. This segment is sponsored by Renegade Revolver, Cranberry and Vodka. Tonight, we have been blessed with the artist
Mayhem the Grim Reaper. What up, y'all?
What's good with you, boys?
I'm chilling.
Good seeing you again.
Likewise.
Real
brother.
shit, yo.
How you been?
I can't complain, man. I'm enjoying the weather.
Nah, man, you looking healthy and all that.
Man, yo, I'm trying to get like you when I get younger.
Nah, you. That was funny. You don't want these kind of.
Yo, let's get right into it.
Yes, sir.
Yo, for real, what is your actual writing process for that song "Murder Them" with Crisis Coleon? How did you meet Crisis?
Oh, well, let me answer that last. I've known Crisis since the Sandbox. I met that nigga. I live in raised in Brookline Projects. He was there visiting family because he's originally from down south. So, as soon as I met that nigga, it was just like something clicked. And then he moved away, like for real. And then we got reacquainted as like adults. Found out he rhymed, found out I rhymed. The rest was history. It's my brothers. We brothers from the Sandbox.
Solid.
And as far as Murder Them goes, we was in a studio, Chunky Marvelous Studio. Shout out to Chunky Marvelous and Black Dial Productions.
Yeah.
Crisis is a nigga that boy go. Like, y'all will find out that boy is Omega level MC. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's Omega level MC.
Okay.
So, we wrote this. I had to take my verse and go home because Crisis is like he's a different kind of creative. I'm trying to kill everything. He's more melodic and how can I turn this into the best song probably.
Yeah.
So I had to think about how I can match his energy.
Right.
So we laid it down and that's Murder Them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So my idea for it was to like, I protect him at all costs. So before anybody fucks with Coleon, they gonna have to go through me. So that's how the song was projected in my mind. He's like the Don, and I'm Luca, just trying to do whatever it takes to project him.
Okay.
To protect him at all costs, you know?
Okay.
That's why our verses are so different, because I'm just like an animal. Before you touch this man, this is what you got to stand in front of. You know what I mean?
Sound like a plan. Yo, on to the next. Yo, what was Mega Heist like when he was under the label We Trouble Records?
Oh, No Trouble? Yeah, that was... He was a dick, by the way. He was just a problem all the fucking time. I didn't like him at all. So, you know, he was just thirsty for knowledge. And that was a pain in my ass. But nah, he was a cool dude. You know, it's my dude. You know what I mean? So, but that was my label at the time that I was trying to cultivate, because I had been in a lot of situations that didn't work for me. So I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna do this myself.
Oh, okay.
And I gave him my idea. He was like, he's willing to roll with it.
Yeah.
And now the student has become the teacher. So when he got into the situation, he came back for me, and that's what real niggas are supposed to do.
Solid.
You know what I mean?
Salute Mega Heist.
Yes, sir.
Yo, is it true he used to hack your computer just to annoy you back in the day? And what was that BLL, Black Limo Lex session like? Please let me know. I need to know.
Which one you want me to answer first?
I love Black Limo Lex. Let me know.
I appreciate that, man. So he had this concept for a minute, but schedule conflicts just came up from us recording it and doing it at the moment he had it. But when I was able to sit down and I realized what the beat was, and I'm like, oh, I remember this. I fuck with this. And he gave me like the concept for the hook. That was it. He threw dollars on it. And I guess
Shout out Dufflebag.
shout out to Dufflebag. That's a young lion, and y'all gonna know him real. If y'all don't know him now, y'all will. That's a fact. He threw me when he told me Dollars was gonna be on. I was like, alright, cool. And when I actually got into the studio and seen all these niggas in the studio, and I'm like, alright, we gonna have to do this. Is we can't come to play. This is what you know what I'm saying.
Okay.
So I just laid my verse down. Once they gave me the okay, Dame let me know that he is Heist. Let me know that he's still a student to some degree. So he asked me to look after his verse, make sure he's doing all right. The rest is history.
Okay.
I'm hoping for big things for that once Black Limo Lex drops. I'm hoping for it.
Okay.
I think the people are gonna be, well, fuck it, 40,000 streams. So it looks like niggas is liking it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Another question.
Yes, sir.
How did your Dead Prez song come about? Is it true that song was engineered by Paul King?
Yeah. Shout outs to Uncle Paul. Him and the Street Fam was in the studio when we went in there, and I don't know who was originally set up to engineer that, but Paul was in there, and he was like, "Fuck it, I'll do it." So he did the shit, and it was one of the biggest compliments of my life because I fuck with Paul, I fuck with Fab, Paul, growing up in those Desert Storm freestyles and mixtapes and everything.
Shout out to Clue.
Yeah, that was everything for him to be like, "Yo, you spit dirty." I was like, I must be doing the right thing.
Okay.
So, but my inspiration for Dead Prez is just I've been quiet for a while. Life happens, trials and tribulations. I took a step back from the music, and then I don't know how it actually came about, but I just got that energy. I was like, you know what? These niggas can't fuck with me. I need to go in there and just let these niggas know that I can still do this.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And just to have the OG put a stamp on that shit, life don't get much sweeter than that. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So that's that.
Okay. What can we expect? Pardon me. What can we expect from a solo Mayhem mixtape, or an album? What can we expect?
Well, I'm still trying to build my brand and my buzz, so I don't think I'm going to do an album just yet. I'm going to probably do a couple songs, 3-pack EPs every now and again, just till I can really build my brand and make people familiar with my face and my voice.
Okay.
So I'll probably do that. I don't see an album coming for some time. I'll probably let like the younger boys, let these boys feast.
Okay.
Because they're hungry. They're hungry. And I'm not trying to fight with these young niggas.
Okay.
These boys are different inside the renegade off camp. So
okay.
I'm gonna let these young boys eat. You know what I mean? And I'm just gonna try to cook up in the background.
Okay.
And I want to make sure I leave you guys, the world, with something that can be passed down. Like, art is all we really have. So I want it to be like when you open it and you listen, you're listening to art. 20 years later, you can be like, this is art.
Timeless.
Timeless.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Sounds like a plan.
So yeah, when that's ready, I'm gonna do that. So I don't want to give you a stamp, and I have to stick to it. But just look forward to EPs and 3-packs, and I got a lot of compilations that I'm working on as far as production. So a lot of moving parts.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Hey, another question.
Yes, sir.
How long you been producing, and what was your first beat ever like?
Trash. That was my first beat.
I don't believe you.
Nah.
I heard you. I don't believe you.
Nah. Nobody starts in. We don't fly in flying. You gotta crawl and walk. Eddie Murphy quote. Don't sue me. I think I made my first beat in maybe 2003, and I was more so rapping. I had that aggression to rap. So I wound up actually leaving it alone. And I picked it back up in, I want to say 2013-ish. So when I took my break from rap, I focused more on the production. And I couldn't even tell you what my first beat was. All I can tell you is that it was probably trash. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So yeah, but I'm a lot better now, and y'all gonna see that because I'm gonna produce some tracks on Brim Game 4, and I don't think I'll be working with outside producers on my personal stuff, with the exception of Virgil Watson, who's a nigga that produces alongside of me. So y'all will get to know all of that.
Okay.
All right.
Who's your favorite producer?
RZA.
Shout out to RZA. Shout out to Wu-Tang.
Yes, sir. All day. RZA is a genius.
Okay.
Every time I listen to him, I feel like I'm listening to a movie, and it actually, I'm listening, I'm watching a movie through my ears, and it makes me think like, nah, like you.
So you're actually saying his audio is cinematic?
It's cinematic. It's like,
you heard it here first, folks.
Yeah. It's like, I listen to this shit, especially the earlier Wu-Tang projects. He's quiet now. Doing the movie scores and all that is great, but I'm just talking about like peak pinnacle RZA.
Yeah.
Is just a different breed of producer, man. And not there's not too many niggas today that can fuck with that. Can't.
Would you mind taking me to a pinnacle RZA beat?